about it when Bobby gets on here. Another day of incredible volatility.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
So the other thing is I think we really have to
be concerned about this game.
Be concerned about this game.
But what are we supposed to do? You know?
What are we supposed to do?
Like, is there a chance that one of the players...
Be concerned about this game.
Is there a chance that one of the players... sorry about that echo. Like, from OKC isn't on the winning lineup if they play? Probably 2 or 3. Sheets, you know about this. It's a mathematical equation. Like, there's no way. There's no way.
What game? I think you're looking at it the other. We're looking at it backwards. So what games start at 7 o'clock?
Why isn't Moses Brown getting a projection on some of these sites?
Why isn't he?
Yeah, because I know he's on the team, but I don't see him getting a projection.
Probably because I'm sure he'll have to get a projection.
I can't find it anywhere. If you can,
he's the 4th center, right?
But it's important to
ads. Right.
Yeah, that changes everybody just because they can play multiple bigs.
Let me see. Let me look at a couple of places. Hold on. Let me just check it out.
Like they can play zone. You know, it's not the old NBA.
Yeah, I don't have him here either. I have a different 8 players. I don't have Moses Brown.
No, I know he's not projected anywhere, but I know he's on the team. If someone in the chat can clear it up, I'll try and look at it. I'm going to answer some questions. So, guys, what's up? Good to see you. Obviously, another stressful day of NBA, but that's what we do. We're going to get to this, but I don't know. It's really a tough thing to call right now.
We're going to figure this out very quickly. Hold on.
We need to figure out, be on chat boards and stuff like that right now, try and figure out what rumors around the game are. And we'll get it.
Yeah, I don't really
Friday wine here.
Jaylen Brown ruled out. That I knew.
I've not heard it pronounced that way. But true. I'm just messing with you. I'm messing with you because I'm stressed, Sheets. I'm trying to figure out all the later pivots if you don't play that game. And I think that the key is you just play a bunch of guys from that game and then you pivot.
Not only has Moses Brown been on the team, but he's been playing.
He's played.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense why he wouldn't be on the active roster.
He didn't play their last game, though.
Yeah, he shouldn't play often because they have a million. The only thing they have is bigs.
Right. So
but when you have 8 players, it's a different story. So if we had to do a realistic guess projection on Diallo tonight, do you think that he's going to be the highest owned player on a slate this season?
No.
No, he won't be.
No.
Kenrich won't be either. I guess their starting lineup
There's so many of them.
I guess there's just too many values.
I think they'll be the most popular one team of the season.
For a full slate, for a 10-game slate for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe not for a smaller slate, but yeah. I'm even throwing the guy you're not supposed to. So just to go through it real quick, the guys you're not supposed to play are Muscala and Miller, and you're supposed to play 2 to 5 of the others.
What now? Explain to me why you're not supposed to play those.
But guys. I'm going to play some of them. Well, because Muscala is. So all you're creating is minutes for a guy who's sort of like a rate. The cool thing is he can maybe guard a 4, but he's not going to be able to guard a 3. They have, Horford, same thing, can definitely guard 4s, can't really guard 3s. They could probably play zone, but Muscala doesn't play, I don't know how many more minutes he's really, he's the only, I think he might get the fewest minutes of everybody, including.
And what's that, 32?
20, 23, 24. But I also think if he gets hot, he could put up a bunch of fantasy points. So I do have some exposure to him. He'll be the lowest owned. He's the one you want to fade. But I'll, get a little exposure to him.
Yeah, I've got the lowest owned of Roby and Muscala.
Well, Miller too.
I have them the same.
Really?
13%, all 3 of those.
Okay, I don't know if Miller. Wow. Okay, there goes my.
But I'm only playing 15 lineups. 8 doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the projected percentage you had. I was like,
no. I'm talking about how many percent I'm playing.
Yeah. Of course.
As far as ownership, I have. I mean, it's impossible. I mean, I have Diallo's the. Let me just see what I have. I mean, these are all going to update, but I have Diallo first, and then I actually have it really. Oh no, because he's out. Yeah, they didn't update with no Maladon yet.
All right, so who starts at point guard without no Maladon? It's gonna. I mean, you're just gonna start Diallo at the point.
Just whoever gets the rebound, just gonna hand it to the shortest guy that's near him, and they're gonna bring the ball.
Diallo. It makes me more confident than Justin Jackson because he can sort of be a ball handling type of player where Kenrich Williams is not. But I still expect Kenrich Williams to start with them and Bazley and Horford. And honestly, you can play all 5 of them.
Play more.
I don't know if you want to play more because then what are you doing? You have to spend money somewhere.
Yeah, you play 6 and then you play Giannis and Harden, right?
Oh yeah, I was thinking more like 5 or 6, and then you play like 5, and then Russell, and then somebody.
Oh, I don't even need the run back. I just don't even need it.
I just think that they're in a great spot too. they're down bodies too. I have a little bit of interest in Naz Reid here.
Naz Reid, yeah.
You're right though. They have more bodies. It's probably not necessary anymore. I'm just saying I haven't thrown out those original builds yet. Maybe I will at some point, but not yet.
I'm gonna build some FanDuels while
yeah, I've got to build some. I'm gonna answer some questions, guys. So throw some in the chat. Good to see those of you who have showed up. Take at least a chance to go line up. Wait, you should take at least a chance on a lineup with no. I'll pivot off before. I can't do it. There's no.
What are you saying?
He said to play a lineup with no OKC players in it. I don't think
no. It just has no chance to win.
It's just mathematically impossible with this few players, in my opinion. The problem is
the only way it wins is if you play Toronto, Brooklyn, and it goes to triple overtime.
No, but even if you do that, then you still want the value from this game. Like,
yeah, I guess so.
You need what you need for that to happen.
Boucher gets 65 fantasy points or something.
Alex Len gets 45 or something.
Right, exactly.
But even still, like,
yeah,
you're still gonna need these guys, like, most likely. If they cancel 5 minutes before, look, it doesn't. That's just a huge play. But even if they cancel for 5 minutes before, I can make immediate switches.
If they cancel 5 minutes before, you'll get your money back.
Maybe.
I
don't think so.
There's a chance, though.
No, because you can edit your lineup still because it's played games behind it.
That's true. They should come out right now. Just so you guys know, there will be no refunds tonight, regardless of what happens.
Okay, so let's go. Let's talk FanDuel for a minute.
Let me build them first, and then we'll.
Okay, you do your thing. So tell me what you're doing. I'm trying not to build too much yet because I still have hope in humanity that we would hear about it before lock if they were.
The good news is there's no monster on FanDuel that I can play because the expensive one's too expensive, and there's no like smaller.
I love how you say it's too expensive. You probably win the freaking thing. Here, just enter an extra one for me, and I'll throw it. I won't throw it in there, but I'll throw it in.
Yeah,
there.
And so I'm going to play in a couple of singles, and then single entries. I'm max entering the 3 or whatever the hell that is.
Oh my god, what a night to max! Jesus Christ, I literally am not doing it just because consciously I just don't have it in me. I have to edit that many lineups.
Dude, I'm not editing shit. I'm having Saberson build all these for me.
No, but you can't do it after. I'm saying, what if it locks like 5 minutes before?
Oh, there's a late swapper thing.
Yeah, I can swap on my DraftKings lineups. I'm not going to swap on that.
It's a late swap thing that you could use on all the optimizers, pretty much.
Yeah, I don't use it very often or very well.
You get used to it. I'm telling you, it's easy.
I'm very good with the hand building.
Oh, okay.
But it does screw me. It's Kenrich Williams, but yes, it is Kenrich Williams' day. Look, I agree. I understand what you're saying, John. I just want to make that clear. I really do. And I have ideas of this, but I just don't think there's any way to do it profitably. I really don't. And if I have to make a bunch of switches 5 minutes before 8 Eastern, I'll do that. Kenrich kind of is running the point. You're not going to open a game with Kenrich getting ball pressure from actual point guards. That's not going to work. Hamidou Diallo. This game could be. It's crazy though because Minnesota's so bad, but I mean, it's got to be like it's a tough game to win. I mean, usually like there are some tough games, but this is like an extreme example of a tough game. And I don't know, man. It's unless I hear Moses Brown is in the. If we hear that he's like, can someone get a? Why don't we get a projection for him? I don't understand. He's got to be. He's active, right? I have him active.
I'm not going to play him, by the way.
I don't want to play Moses Brown. I'm just trying to figure out the math where the minutes.
You got to make sure it adds.
Yeah, it doesn't add if he plays.
Yeah.
And then you can talk about just playing 2 of them. So let's talk about the first games real quick because that's got to dictate some of our behavior.
I just need 60 seconds, but you can start talking.
I'll talk about it. Sabonis and then the Chicago-Orlando situation. So maybe, look, I'm still going to have a ton of this stuff, but maybe I'll have a little bit less because of the potential of – there's a lot of other potential too. I mean, what if Paul George sits?
What if Paul George sits?
It's not out of the question. I've heard rumblings.
You've heard some rumblings?
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything, but sometimes it does.
Yeah, they sometimes sit.
I mean, let's see. Why have all those rumblings been coming about him sitting? Because it's not a back-to-back for them. Colin Sexton's in. So we don't have to do anything with that business, which we didn't really have to anyway. Sheets Drummond became the second most popular play on FanDuel. What's going on?
You mean not the first?
No, I just thought it was funny. You know what's really crazy is I actually still don't think he's the first. I know his projections will be, but like you honestly need to spend money. Raw points are going to matter, you know? And I'd take the guy who just has the ceiling to play 40 minutes instead of the guy whose ceiling has been to play 27.
What do you think of Harden tonight?
So I keep ending up with him.
Yeah, me too.
Because it's what's going to happen. And you have to spend up at guard. So I would suggest the thing is with Harden is that like, I mean, what do you have him projected at ownership wise? Because everything I have on him is so low that it must not be factoring in this game as much as it should be.
Oh, he's got to be owned.
He has like no projection on FanDuel. I mean, like 3%. Where I
No.
And then 7% on DK, maybe 10% on DK now.
Well, that's fortunately or unfortunately, that's really bad for somebody because I currently have 87% Harden on DraftKings.
Let's go, bro. So who are people? I mean,
this is stars and scrubs, right? And let me see, what do I have on?
I even like Kemba, and I think that he's reaching.
I have 57% of him on FanDuel.
So I still have Westbrook as one of my highest owned players. FYI. I have a little bit of Reggie Jackson, and now partly that was because of the Maladon switch, but I kind of liked Reggie Jackson as a long shot play, and with the potential, just possibility of the rumblings of Paul George on the late game, kind of interested. You know what I mean? If Paul George is out, Reggie Jackson at 4,900 is awesome.
That's true. All right, so now let's see if I can't just go through again position by position on FanDuel.
Okay.
Given the recent whatchamacallits, and see who I like. All right. So point guard on FanDuel. Wow, it's close.
Really?
Yeah, but my favorite play is Malcolm Brogdon.
Wow.
He's popular though, you know.
Okay, so it's Kemba by like 500 miles for me.
And for me, then Kemba, then it's like really. I know you're gonna kill me again for the same take, but it's between Kemba, Kyrie, and Chris Paul.
So other than Kemba, for me, it's Cole Anthony, Russell Westbrook.
I like Cole Anthony as a value, by the way.
Cole Anthony, Russell Westbrook, Kobe White, and Kyrie.
Okay, fair enough. And those guys are all in my ranges there.
Yeah, I mean, it's different pivot. I mean, like Kobe White, for example. Let's just take a look real quick why this is a good play. He's projected to be 9% owned. I'll bet you he's like 5% owned. Every guard has lit up Orlando every game lately. There's no individual, and he'll take the Cole Anthony thing as an individual matchup. These guys have a massive ceiling, and I think he's going to have very little ownership. I think Russell Westbrook will be unowned on FanDuel and very little owned on DraftKings, which I'm just telling you, if you guys don't like 50 plus with upside, like I don't know what to tell you.
Who?
Westbrook.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with that.
I just think he's going to be criminally underowned here. But you're trying to pay up for guards. He's the guard you should be paying up for on DraftKings, especially. But I think on FanDuel some too. So shooting guard, who you got?
Yeah, so shooting guard
it's pretty chalk
is Diallo and Harden for me. But other than that, there's okay, Levine, Beal. Those are my favorites. I know you're gonna play you're gonna pay $9K for Van Fleet.
There's a lot of incredible options that are cheap.
I have him at 3% owned, by the way.
Who?
Van Vliet.
People are going to need to spend somewhere now, so the percentages on Harden are going to be wrong.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe the middling Zach LaVine gets left out a little bit.
Yeah, maybe.
And I think that might be a good play. I just mentioned Kobe White. I don't want to play those guys together, but I'm saying that playing one of those guys, their upside is literally like. Not LaVine's not 10x, but he's 9x or 8x, and Kobe White probably is like 10x because he can score 58 fantasy points. I like Jordan Clarkson.
There you go.
He's 4,500. He's gonna be popular. I just think they're all gonna be. I mean, they all. Here, let's see what we got news. Thunder will start Diallo, Williams, Roby. Okay, so now we got to add Roby to our thing. Baisley and Horford.
Yeah, and whatever. They're all going to play 40 minutes, the whole team.
So no Jackson starting.
Who cares?
It makes a huge difference in terms of like people's ownership of Roby because he was originally a pivot.
Yeah, okay. You think that he's going to get that much more ownership because he's starting?
Okay. I think he will show up as being one of the best plays, maybe right up there with the other guys. He can play, man. He is rangy. He can play like a.
Yeah, you know what though? You know he's power forward on FanDuel.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure the FanDuel part out. Right now I'm on DraftKings because I'm gonna put that into my little bank over here. Made sure I got one with Roby and one with the lower owned Muscala because. So now Jackson is becoming the lower owned guy, and he's still got to play a ton of minutes.
They're all got to play. They still have to play.
They have to play. I think Darius Miller is Darius Miller can shoot at least. Like, maybe he's a better player than. I mean, he can't be, right?
I'm curious. I want to look at one of the sites. I want to see. I'll pick. Who I'll pick. I'll go pick Roto-Grinders. So I want to see how the minutes change with what's his name starting and see if there's any real appreciable difference.
It'll be a massive difference on Jackson, but it'll be only like massive, meaning 36 or 37 to like 29 to 31.
Okay, so before they announced it, have they not announced it? Yeah, just okay. So right now they have 37, 37, 36, 34, then only 29 for Horford.
How many for Roby?
It did have 22. And Miller 22, Muscala 23. So
Roby's going to jump up to like 28 to ish, maybe higher, maybe 30. And those are going to pretty much suck away from Jackson. Maybe they add one to – no, they'll probably take away from Horford, actually. The thing is, Horford doesn't play 30 minutes. But –
He can, though.
Can he? I think he looks pretty good to me. Like, honestly, just from a straight basketball perspective, to me, he looks pretty good.
He got 8 guys. He's going to play 30 minutes. I mean, like –
He didn't play – I don't know, man.
And you watch him win.
No, I'm not saying they won't win. I'm absolutely not saying that. I'm never going to.
I don't think they're going to win without Horford. By the way,
I've never bet on any team against this Minnesota team. I don't plan on starting doing it now. I do like Horford. I like Roby a lot, and I actually think this hurts Baisley. Like, I love Baisley, But can he end up forgotten here? No, right? No.
No, of course not. Let me see any more Discord stuff.
I'm playing some Darius Miller. I'll tell you that right now.
Well. I mean, I really think you have to have some of everybody if you play more than 10 lineups, right? I mean,
I'm like a Darius Miller. I still believe in him. I think he's been like underrated his whole life. I think he's really good. Not really good. I think he's capable. So, oh my God. And we say how many are too many. Honestly, if you're playing cash, you can play probably 4.
No, you can play 6.
You think 6 in cash?
Yeah.
If it was the 7 Eastern game, maybe I wouldn't agree with you, but I think you're right. But
that's why I don't play cash, I guess.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think that you might have just come on to
Wait. Well, hold on a second here. Wait. Hold on.
What happened?
Someone just not BSing. They're just asking something. Russell Westbrook is playing, right?
I mean, have we heard anything?
Oh, someone on my Discord saying, "Is Russ out?" ? No, Baines is a game time decision.
That's the 7:30 game, huh?
Shea season.
Oh my God! I'm gonna pour some more wine. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. This is not. We're drinking wine on a Friday, but this is like stressful. Oh my goodness. Okay, what do we do? Why does everybody keep saying all these other guys for? I'm trying to catch up on the chat. I see all these names on Minnesota, and I just don't think you can play any of these Minnesota guys anymore. I mean, the value guys. You're only playing 2 OKC Thunder. Good luck to you. PG sits with Brown out. It's possible, but what is the reasoning with the Paul George thing so much? Like, I understand a little bit of it. I don't understand it quite as strongly as everyone's acting like it is. I know he's got the Q tag. I know this happens, but it's not a back-to-back, right? I double-checked the schedule, but let me double-check my other schedule. Okay.
I gotta get one. I thought it was gonna be good, but now I gotta get one more update with these guys starting just for fun, just for the hell of it.
You know the Bulls and Magic play again tomorrow too.
Oh, Jesus.
It's like your least favorite thing. I had to say it. By the way, you know is Jason Tatum going to get lost on this slate somehow?
No.
Are you sure? Because
no.
These guys are all forward.
I'm not sure about that either.
They're all forwards, right? Like, who do we have that's not a forward? I mean, Diallo's even forward. He can play shooting guard. But who are your point guards then? It's going to force people into some builds, man. That's why I suggest trying to run it back.
Are you going to still play Josh Jackson?
Not like I was before. Although he was my immediate fill-in for Maladone with that when I had some money.
Yeah.
On DK. No, it's really hard not to play the well, now it doesn't have to be Kenrich and Justin Jackson. It's I don't know what to do at power forward. Yikes, that's going to be one. I'm going to say FanDuel for the end because that's a big lineup.
What's at 7:00?
Indy in Chicago, Orlando.
Okay, well, those are guys who you're going to want to play. I mean,
I want to play Vooch. I wanted to play Sabonis on FanDuel. And now I'm wondering if I just pay up for Russ instead of playing Brogdon. I already have Harden in the lineup.
Oh, wait, where's Justin Jackson?
So
here's it. Oh, no, it's the same shit. I thought I saw minutes updated.
It is true. If this game's canceled 5 minutes before the game starts, I might be somewhat effed, even with that system. Like, you have to get everything to work and play. That's a lot of stuff to go through.
Yeah.
I can now feel safe to take out my Aaron Baines. I would take Aaron Baines for Roby straight up. This slate actually turned into one of the rare 10-game slates where you can actually afford to leave money on the table. Like, it's so crazy. It's really.
Yeah.
So Roby, I think Roby, because I like him better anyway, so I kind of just want an excuse to play him. I think Roby jumps ahead of Justin Jackson for me, even though it doesn't make sense for him to play the minutes. He just
Well, the reason why it might make sense to play the minutes is what you just said before. Is, and maybe you're right. Maybe Horford is just not equipped to pick up that kind of load.
And even if he does, Horford can still put up 40 fantasy points, and I'm fine. Roby's playing alongside of him, and why wouldn't he continue to play alongside of him? You know, so really, all he's really affecting. He's not. Kenrich will play the 3 most of the time. The 1 through 3. So will Diallo.
So with Roby starting, I only have him now at 25 minutes.
Do you really think Diallo is actually fadeable? Because I can't figure it out. I can't figure out how.
No, I don't think so.
But he's volatile. Like, there's your if you're going to play Darius Miller in some lineups, maybe that's the one you fade Diallo in. I guess. I don't know. It's confusing me.
Still have to get the same. I still want to get a minutes update because from what I see in one place, they only. All right, this has got to be a minutes update. Hold on. This has got to be an update. So I see now. Yeah, Roby is now only up to like 25 minutes, 28 minutes. Okay. You know, it's 6:30. I'll do one more.
28 minutes.
What's that?
28 minutes. He's going to put up 30.
Probably, huh?
Justin Jackson has less of a chance to do that.
Oh, for sure. If you're out there, by the way, I tweeted at you. Well, I retweeted your thing or whatever. But good job, Believer82. You know, he's been, you know.
Yeah, awesome, dude.
He did. So he did something.
Yeah, that was nice.
There was another guy who was in for like $1 and something and made it 1,200 or something.
So what's the minimum number, even in tournaments, you can have of these guys? And we do have to factor in the legitimate decision that none of us want to factor in, but we can't. So, okay, Sheets, this is a really interesting, like, I don't know what the right term is. It's not exactly a cost benefit. It is. How do you analyze this? Like,
well, no, it's something that I've discussed a lot. I mean, when I think about baseball, I mean, when there's rain risk, are you supposed to incorporate that in your projections somehow? The X% chance it gets rained out. You know what I mean? Like, how do you put that in your algorithm?
Yeah, but the difference with baseball is there's no guaranteed production. This is the opposite to me. This is absolute guaranteed. Like, you don't say this very often. You know what I mean?
Right. No, for sure.
But is there any chance that 2 players in that team don't 7x, 8x?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
So if you had 2 guys who were guaranteed to do that, it doesn't really matter what the ownership really is. And also it'll be spread a little bit because there are different guys. But it doesn't make it's. I mean, how many guys these? Let's see. Let me rerun my projections here and see if I got them as high as I did before. I'll jump in and answer some questions, guys. So
I'm going to do the same thing. It just takes me a little bit longer because I do want to update this with the new minutes.
Yeah, Diallo, like Roby. I don't understand why Muscala just jumped all of a sudden. Why are his minutes projected higher?
With Jackson, I don't know. Is he not? He's not starting.
It doesn't make any sense to me. Unless Naz Reid was like not ruled out, I didn't hear it.
FanDuel. We'll go DraftKings.
I'm trying to get. So I think I have to have at least 3 of them.
Okay, so this is not exactly the biggest news, but is Raul Nato might be out.
He was supposed to be out, I think.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he didn't play the last game anyway.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you need to play double center anymore, even though I like the center's prices. Just like there's too much value from these other guys. And by the way, with the late Q tag, we're going to have the conversation about Boucher.
Yeah, sure.
But you don't need to play big against that team either. The problem is, so you place Siakam at the 5, but you still would want to play Boucher some minutes, right? And the thing is, if for some reason he was to start, we know that he loves to play his starters minutes, Nick Nurse. Like Boucher, so Boucher is your pivot off of some of this chalk, honestly, right?
Yeah, but I mean, the minutes volatility is so brutal.
But you got Baines questionable. You've already got Anunoby out.
That's true.
And you're playing in the nut matchup for a guy like him. Even if they ran Siakam,
it's going to be hashtag Stanley Johnson season, right?
It could be Stanley Johnson season because he would be the one who matches up with KD probably.
Good luck.
Exactly, but I'm saying that they'll use him and Watanabe, DeAndre Bembry, and Powell. Powell will be the last one to guard him, but Powell will probably start off guarding him. But then he's the last one who's going to guard him in the key spot. Yeah, I like KD. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned that. I like this. I've got mini stacks of the Brooklyn Toronto with Westbrook and this Brooklyn situation. There's giving away some of my lineups.
I just have this. Not that it's going to happen like immediately, but I just have this feeling that game's going to go. It's not going to go.
I'm ready. No, I'm not really ready.
I'm like not actually ready. I'm just kind of like mentally ready to just hear it. That's all.
I want to. You know what would make me feel better? A player projection on Moses Brown, because that's at least one more body. You know what I mean? And yeah, there's the whole COVID thing because I'm sure Maladon's coming. It doesn't seem like it. Like early in the day, we'd be talking about this. Like there's no way this is going to go, right?
Yeah. Somebody's got to check the Discord or whatever. Not Discord. Just make sure that this game is going.
I'm looking at everything. There's nothing about this game not going right now. Guys, keep here. I'll jump in to take a look. You guys are pretty on it too. No, we know Baines is probable, but he got the late Q tag. He'll probably play. Portis, garbage time monster. Yeah, right. I had a ton of interest, but it's like.
Yep.
Yeah. Any love for Booker? Great long shot play. Any of these guys you can pay up for. Why not go for it? I think it's fine.
I agree.
You're just going to be playing the same other guys anyway, so may as well go for it. It's frustrating.
Let me see if anything changes here.
Oh, my goodness. But they confirmed what lineup Cody's saying. Cody, I'm curious what you're talking about. You're talking about the
OKC?
The OKC lineup? Because I don't think they didn't confirm their bench, who was available on the bench. They confirmed their starting lineup. Did they say that he's inactive? I haven't seen that note. Maybe he is. If he is truly inactive.
If who is truly inactive? Moses Brown?
Yeah. Do you have a different sheet? Because mine has him as active but not playing. I don't know what the hell that means.
Want to hear a cool flex?
What's that?
I have Moses Brown's cell phone number.
Can you call him and ask him if he's playing?
I can text him. Are you playing?
Tell him literally the slate. Hundreds of millions of dollars across the country are dependent on whether or not he's available. They have a ninth body, and then there's another chance. Oh my god! I thought my sick flex is that I've gotten Moses Brown in one lineup. Your flexes are so ahead of me, Sheets. It drives me nuts. I need to catch up somehow. Jesus. All right, guys, get some QQs in because I've got a few minutes. I'm worried about the game too, but I don't really have a whole lot of decisions to make except for on FanDuel before the time because I'm playing everybody after the fact. Everybody's at 7:30 Eastern or after for me, pretty much. I have some Bulls guys. That's mostly on FanDuel though. I got to get this one out of here. Hold on, get out of here. This is crazy. You know, it is kind of harder to play KD as a power. Oh, he is small forward. Thank goodness. Jesus. He was only power forwards all year, and that would have really been annoying. You want to get
The Pelicans playing tonight?
Yeah. I mean, now that you ask the question because you're somehow like intuitive on this stuff, maybe they're not. Who knows? But they're supposed to play today. If that's a.
It's like. I mean, is there a reason why I'm getting like a Nickeil Alexander-Walker in the lineup? I'm just kind of wondering. Okay.
I'm curious about why you would be too.
I don't know.
No, but I'm not like, I don't think it's crazy. It kind of confuses me though, to be honest. I'm a little confused why you would be.
Yeah. I mean, those guys are both playing, Lonzo and Bledsoe.
As of right now, they're playing. I unless there's something that's broken in the last 30 seconds that's not on my phone yet.
Okay.
So I'm now working on my big lineups, my big buy-in lineups on DraftKings.
This one is so. This last lineup I did is so dumb. It just might work. How many lineups do you have on DraftKings with Kobe White in them?
Not very many.
Yeah, I got one.
I like the idea of it. I just am not personally getting there very much.
Yeah, I got you. I have I got 93 of Diallo.
I'm at 94. I beat you. Boy, Kenrich is just a tough fade, huh?
Yeah, I got 73 of Kenrich.
I mean, we've seen him play minutes and put up 0 fantasy points before, but there's nobody else on the team.
Yeah.
At some point, like things just have to watch him like foul out in like 12 minutes tonight. Freak is all out.
Do one more change of the. Yeah, I don't have as much Harden on DraftKings as I used to.
As you used to.
No, I mean as much as I did last run. I mean, I had like 73% last time.
Yeah, I got you. I'm just kidding around. A good non-OKC player under 3,800.
Wow. There were a couple.
Okoro.
I got to remember who they were, but I remember there were a couple of centers, weren't there?
Okoro and McDaniels are my best guesses right now. Let me see what I've got here.
Was there a center we talked about? Oh, that was Baines, right?
Baines, Len.
That was it.
No, but we had the other 3.3 guy. Oh, no, that was Roby. And Muscala. Jesus, dude. This is a nightmare. You got to play all of them. You have to leave money on the table almost. It's like it's begging you to.
Let's see something. Script one more set of 150s just for kicks. See what this looks like.
I should look at the national TV schedule because usually I do that. But
why is Rondo playing it?
No, I think it matters though for some reason.
Meanwhile, any news on Miami guys? You always care about that. Dragic or guys like that?
I haven't heard anything on those guys.
Pritchard's playing again now, right?
Yeah.
He's 3,900.
Oh, no. Those were without Kemba. Those were because Jeff Teague was Jeff Teague and he was the main point guard. Shoot. Okay. So it's Westbrook. Oh my goodness! It's just so much of this. I guess I can change it if it doesn't work. I gotta just be by your computer, guys. I mean, because this game, I think that it's worth it to try and play 4 or 5 also in certain lineups specifically with Russell.
Yeah, just don't think there's a need. I mean, like if you like him, play him.
But he's a good play. Like he is.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't play him just for the sake of a run back, you know?
No, but I mean, like if you happen to get a close game down the stretch, he's going to have the ball in his hands on the other side. Like he becomes better than a 6,900 player elsewhere, especially because they're also thin and will be down by the end of it. I mean, they'll be dead tired. Don't you think?
Yeah, I agree.
So I think I have 100% Kenrich on my big ones.
Sure, why not?
Sure, why not?
No, I mean,
my love for Rudy Gobert now has disintegrated a little bit because I'm pretty adamant about.
Is he still on this slate?
I'm pretty adamant about playing 100% Westbrook.
Oh my! Here we go.
I mean, maybe I'll change my mind, but that's where I'm at right now.
Oh, this is.
I had Harden.
This is such chalk.
God, Kyrie and they were such great spots.
It's got a little of that. That's okay. A little pivot up there.
I also like Beal a little bit too. So what I said earlier.
All right, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
You want to do the exact opposite of what I said earlier, which was play Kawhi Leonard, play instead in case Jaylen Brown was out. Now play Jason Tatum and switch to Kawhi Leonard if Paul George is out.
That's interesting.
It makes perfect sense, right? I think it does anyway.
Hold on, I just want to check my Discord for a sec.
I don't think anything's happening.
Nothing big here. No, they're usually pretty good. If it was actual news, I'd probably see it. Okay.
I'm struggling with the Siakam, Gobert, Ayton situation.
Let me look at our chat. All right, so let me get into some of these questions. Would you play? First of all, with Brown out, do we like Green?
With what Brown out?
Jaylen Brown, I presume.
Oh, sorry. No. I mean, I get it. Like, but we don't even know it's a late game. It's not even. He doesn't do anything anyway. And Kemba's playing. You guys realize that, right? Kemba's playing. Jaylen Brown, Javonte Green couldn't do anything with Kemba wasn't playing.
I don't think I've ever seen this before. So here, I just wanted to show you guys like what this looks like. So this is like it's like a total of 182 rated players for tonight. Literally, the top 7 are all on DraftKings from that game.
Yep.
The only guy I'm not getting to, maybe this is the one you're supposed to key. I'm not getting to Darius Miller, I don't think.
I'll get to him in some things. I
Kemba.
feel bad fading Horford in my big ones on DraftKings.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you this. I mean, I just redid my lineups on DraftKings. My earlier build just had 100% Horford, but now I don't. Now I don't have that much. I have like 30.
I deviated off one of my big ones on DraftKings from Westbrook. I think I can't. It just doesn't make any sense to. Can't find a way to. There's your way. You play Westbrook and Harden, but you need a run back.
In your honor, by the way, I have 25% Van Vliet on DraftKings.
Let's go. I'm guessing Giannis is going to have pretty decent ownership tonight now that all this has happened, right?
Yes.
He has to. Oh, here's a 4-2 OKC Minnesota stack. That's a real fun one.
Who's the second?
I'll give you a hint.
Who's the second Minnesota? Reed.
My 2 minute. Yeah, exactly. They're both. I was gonna say they're both questionable. I mean, the whole game is questionable. Like this whole slate
I
is.
wish there were a way for you to share your screen without necessarily giving away your biggest buy-in. Because I know that I know when I was learning, I really liked, you know what I mean? Like
it's a little, yeah, I would definitely do it. Let's do it on some like Tuesday, Thursday slates and stuff.
Okay.
Where it's not so many lineups.
Right.
And then most of these lineups I'm knowing I have to edit afterwards.
Right.
Because I am going to
Gobert and Ayton in my single entry. All three of them? Yeah. I mean, you remember with all this talk about the value, every lineup you have should have like 3 studs. You know what I mean? Like or something like that. Or if not 3 stubs, maybe 4 like 8K guys. So you do have to get those sort of right. And boy, I'm not getting in. I don't think I'm getting any Ayton. You like Ayton at all? I know John here is getting into some Ayton.
I like Ayton a lot.
Okay.
I just don't. It's tough. There's a lot of good plays. I like a lot of players a lot. Do I have some Ayton? Yes. Do I have as much as I originally planned to? No.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask myself questions like that just to make it really annoying for the rest of you. No, I'm just kidding. Right now, I'm just trying to switch some Lowry and Van Fleet just to give you guys what I'm doing on DraftKings. Just switching up some Lowry and Van Fleet lineups. I think there's better reason than ever to stay away more from the early games if you can help it. Sabonis is a great play. So is Brogdon. I'm going to get over to FanDuel in a minute because we might still be playing some of these guys. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Siakam. I have a feeling there's still a lot of news to come. Just instinct. Obviously, it seems pretty logical at this moment. Roby Jackson. Darius Miller make like 9 threes. He's like the guy who does anything for their team. Makes every shot. I mean, I'm throwing some back on the other side, Sheets. It's a good matchup anyway, by the way.
Okay.
You know, it's not like a bad matchup to throw a little bit back on the other side. Boy, I feel like my slate is actually beginning in like 30 minutes, or the next hour is going to be big. Okay, so FanDuel, big lineup.
Okay.
I'm going to have to actually get a tiny bit less Westbrook because I play him in all of my big ones on DraftKings except for like 2. Now I'm going to get a little bit less.
You got more than one in that thing or just the one?
I actually have – what I'm doing is like I'm hammer stacking – I'm trying to play OKC and hammer stack the Toronto-Brooklyn game.
Oh, I like that. But you only have you only have one entry? You have one entry or you have more than that?
In that big – I only played one.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't. What do
you mean? Why not? What the hell's the matter with you? Play more. No, I'm just kidding. Kenrich is a little handsy, by the way. It makes me nervous in the starting lineup. Better with bench units in general.
Handsy. I mean, they're all going to play. I mean, like, everybody will end up with 5 fouls, the whole team, right? I mean, like.
No, but I'm just saying, like, he could be out of the game early and then Darius Miller time. It sounds so ridiculous, but it's actually not, like, totally far-fetched.
Let me pull up. Yeah, of course, there's no way for me to pull up my biggest FanDuel buy-in, right? There's just no way to do it. I got 150 of these $3. I can't even find it. I mean, literally can't find it. You guys want to look at my $3 ones? You're more than welcome.
Show off your golf lineup. We have nothing else happening right now. Like I can't. I'm just gonna add my FanDuel one in 1 second. That's gonna be the big thing. Geez, check out and see if there's anything happening. Is there anything going on?
Yeah, I'm gonna look right now. LOL to Roby or not to Roby. Brogdon is barely top 20 of his. No, nothing really. Just everybody's just. Wait, what? No.
What happened?
It's like really funny. So I wanted to search for Moses Brown. So I put in Brown in like the search thing, and then like all the name Brown that's from the last like couple of days showed up, and I just forgot that I had done that. And then the next thing I see on the top right, it says Jaylen Brown ruled out. I meant Moses Brown, right? And then another one says Brown back in, and I'm like, huh?
Oh my god!
And then when I look at all what they meant was that Jaylen Brown was back in the game from yesterday.
That's pretty funny. Let's see, a couple notifications.
So that's the deal. So Moses Brown plays.
Aaron Baines is in.
Okay.
Which I'm just going to use to put a tiny bit of exposure on Aaron Baines because I'm playing that game, and a little bit less exposure on what's his name, Boucher. Although he's still fine. Toronto. Okay, hold on 1 second, guys. I'll be back in a second. I've got to take a look. All right, let's finish up this FanDuel lineup in just a second here. Yeah, it is weird how you have to pay up for the guards just because of all these forward spots on DraftKings.
I can't do
that. Okay. FanDuel, big lineup. No questions here, guys. I'm sure there are some. I just haven't looked. I actually can't answer. All right, Cheats. This is big money time here.
All right.
What am I going to do?
I might make one more. I might make one change in my DraftKings big one. So this would be an interesting little 2x2. What it's going to depend on is if I could find a $6,200 point guard or guard that I really like. I don't think I'd have one.
How many players you've had? That's weird because there's still all pretty good plays on FanDuel too. What are you spending up on FanDuel? Freaking crazy.
5,800, no.
Played Brogdon.
700, he works. That works.
D'Angelo Russell and Naz Reid will start.
Naz Reid will start?
And D'Angelo Russell.
Let me see if I had 3 minutes, right? This one is actually a 3-minute situation. All right, let's just see if I did this. Then I did this. Who would I get to play at 6,300? I don't want to play Eric Fournier. That's Russia. Oh, what about Kobe White? Like Lonzo at all tonight? Or Garland?
Not particular. I mean, they're fine. It's just I wouldn't be trying to play them.
Kobe White. This is the question.
I'm really struggling with this FanDuel lineup.
You like Westbrook?
Yeah.
You like him more than Beal?
Yeah.
You like Cole Anthony at all tonight on DraftKings? This is my last question. Who do you like more, Cole Anthony or Kobe White? On DraftKings, same price.
Kobe White. Feels weird to feel like strongly about Sabonis when he could pick up 2 fouls in like 5 seconds.
I suppose.
Against Zion, have you ever watched Zion play? Like he's just gonna bowl him over.
Well, say this: he scored 100 fantasy points against Giannis in 3 quarters.
Jesus Christ, Jimmy Butler's the second highest owned small forward because of the way the pricing shaped out.
"13 seconds.
F it. I think I'm going to play Levine.
Okay.
Levine Vucevic.
Well, the good news is that if Chicago's bringing the ball down, if someone's shooting a 3, one of us is going to be happy.
Look, if you're going to play those kind of lineups, shouldn't you play the guys like Westbrook and Levine, low owned on FanDuel? And just to pivot, I switched Westbrook off of my big one on DraftKings, one of my big 2 on DraftKings, just to like play Kyrie instead of him in one lineup because I was stacking that game anyway.
Nice.
Guys, that was like I feel like it's going to be a long night. I feel like we got news to hear coming up.
I really hope not.
I hope you're right, man. I hope we can just play this, but I'm just going to sit here glued and pay attention. I'm going to answer before Sheets kicks me out of here because he's got to go eat his dinner.
I do.
Sheets, I think the PGA cut line ended at 3 or 4, didn't it? It was like a day for everybody except for the guys in my rosters. Baines in, nothing else. It sounds like all right, cool.
I'm getting the door open, so I got to run.
We're not starting the show a half hour early unless you guys. We aren't charging anything for this, so you guys please click the like button and do that. That'd be nice.